YouTube, we back with another video, my guy. Hey, free agency done hit. Welcome back to K Palace. I'm your host, K, also known as K Dub. Hey, look though, free agency. I didn't know the free agency shit was yesterday. That's tough. So let's start off with the first banger. Well, not the first banger. Well, Michael Porter is going to Brooklyn for Cam Johnson. Now, I know why they traded for Cam Johnson, because Michael Porter hasn't been consistent and he's been injured a lot. You know what I mean? He's struggling in the playoffs. Cam Johnson is consistent. You know what I mean? Cam Johnson has never really shown inconsistency. You know, he's a solid role player. You know what I mean? He averages like 17, 18 a game type shit. So, it's like, no, it's no questions about that. You know what I'm saying? Going forward with him. With Michael Porter going to Brooklyn, I mean, he can go there and really get buckets if he's healthy. I know they got Cam Thomas over there, but they don't really have a future in Brooklyn right now. So maybe Michael Porter can be that guy that can help. You know what I'm saying, with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, who knows? You feel me? So, shout out to Cam Johnson. He's in a winning situation. Another one, Denver also got Bruce Brown back after 2 years. No, after 2 years of just being traded to a bunch of trash teams, he's finally back where he won his first championship. Shout out to Bruce Brown for that. Bruce Brown, somebody that they've admitted that like they've missed in the past. So it's good to see that he'll be going back. You know what I'm saying, to go compete for that championship. He's somebody that can play. He's somebody that can play 1 through 4. I'm not gonna say 1 through 5. I'm gonna say 1 through 4. So yeah, so shout out to Bruce Brown. Where will the Nuggets end up? I think they can be a contender again. I mean, they was always a contender, but last year you could tell there was some decline. And some players in the playoffs. You know what I mean? You know, Russ, he struggled a little bit in playoffs with them. You still lose KCP, but at least you get back Bruce Brown that you won a championship with. But I got them top 5 next year. It's going to be a lot of interesting teams. Yes, a shout out to Denver. You know, try and keep Jokic happy. You know what I'm saying? And Jamal Murray. Another one. Memphis Grizzlies finally got something going on. They got a 6th Man of the Year candidate, Ty Jerome from the Cleveland Cavaliers. Memphis is low-key making some moves. I know they traded away Desmond Bane. That's a lot of scoring. But at least you get back KCP and the sleeper Cole Anthony. You know what I'm saying? He can come off the bench and do what he do. And you get Ty Jerome, who I ain't gonna lie, he can really start at the 2 for Memphis and have KCP at the 3. Not gonna lie to you. That could be a factor too. Or Cole Anthony could start at that 2 spot, and then Ty Jerome could come off the bench. What the fuck are you doing? You know, that could be a factor as well. So Memphis is making moves. Shout out to Ty Jerome. At least somebody going to Memphis, because I ain't gonna lie, nobody be wanting to go to Memphis. But Memphis did lose Luke Kennard, which is not really a big deal because he didn't play like that anyway. Damn, this nigga going slow as shit from me. But yeah, so shout out to Memphis with that. Next, Kevin Looney is leaving Golden State. You know what I'm saying? He's leaving Golden State after, he started his career there, won championships there. He signs a 2-year deal with the Pelicans. Trash team right now. From what I've heard, DeJounte Murray, he's not fucking with the organization like that. Him going to the Pelicans, it gives them a big man finally. They get a big man. They got DeJounte over there. They just traded for Jordan Poole. Let's see how that Jordan Poole situation works out. I ain't gonna lie, I don't know. Trey Murphy gonna be at that 3 spot. Zion, if he's healthy and locked in for the first time in a while, then at your starting spot you can have Kevon Looney. So let's see how that go. Yeah. So that's that. As far as the Golden State, I mean, you can tell it's coming to an end. One of your key pieces that you want to chip with is no longer there no more. Jonathan Kuminga, I don't know what's happened with him. I don't know if more moves got made after I fell asleep at midnight, because I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I fell asleep at like 11 something. So there were probably more moves made that I don't know about. So we'll see what happens with Jonathan Kuminga, or if not, something already happened already. But yeah, man, Golden State, they'll be all right without him. You know what I'm saying? They'll be solid without him. But yeah, we'll see how that turns out. Next, we have Brook Lopez is leaving the Milwaukee Bucks. He's going to the Clippers. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little confused about this move. The Lakers are fucked, because all the bigs have signed with teams already. Capella went to the Rockets. Bro, like, Capella going back to the Rockets. Why? They got Sengun and just signed Steven Adams. Why is Capella going back to Houston? Clearly, it was for the bread. So if the Lakers did offer these bigs, the money probably wasn't matching. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to be honest, I'm a little confused about that move as well. But let's get back to Brook Lopez. Brook Lopez, I don't know why he went to the Clippers, but clearly it was for the bread. Obviously, from what I've heard, he's from L.A. I don't know. So I guess he's going to be playing a backup big to Zubac. Because Zubac is, I ain't gonna lie, Zubac is nice. He's good at what he does. You know what I'm saying? He's good at what he does. He's one of the best bigs he's one of the best bigs in the league, in my opinion. But Brook gives them more size. I don't think they had like a backup big man, so that's actually not a bad backup to have on your roster of, with Brook Lopez being that. But like I said, I don't really understand why Capella went back to Houston when they already got bigs. I know Houston does need rim protection, so this gives them more size with KD, Sengun, Steven Adams, and Jabari and Tyrese and all them. It gives them length. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, we gotta see what happens with that. Next, shout out to Brook Lopez though. The Bucks, I ain't gonna lie, Bucks, you're fucked. Cause I think the players that y'all got back, Taurean Prince, Gary Trent, and Kevin Porter, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I know y'all really had to sign Bobby Portis. I feel like Bobby Portis, if y'all didn't bring him back, y'all would have really been fucked. Cause I thought Bobby Portis was playing better than Brook Lopez anyway last year. What was I gonna say? Fuck. Yeah. Is this gonna keep Giannis happy? I don't know, because there have been some more reports that they're probably gonna move Giannis still. I don't know if that's true or not. Let's see. But I don't know. But yeah, man. Shout out to Brook Lopez, man. You know what I'm saying? Still doing his thing at a very, not a high level no more, because he kind of declined a little bit. Can a nigga get over? Get your ass over. Nigga, let me in. Next, Jordan Clarkson is going to the New York Knicks. I don't know how the Knicks was able to afford this nigga, but Jordan Clarkson, if y'all want to know where he been at, bro, he been in Utah this whole time. He been getting buckets too, but because he in Utah, his game gonna be getting noticed. But Jordan Clarkson is a former 6th man of the year. I ain't gonna lie. The nigga, he get buckets. Now the Knicks for sure scored with this one because the Knicks needed some scoring off the bench, bro. They had, like, when I tell you, like, the Knicks need help, like, off the bench, like, bad. They was missing Jordan Clarkson in that series last year against this past playoffs with the Pacers. They needed some scoring off the bench. Like, their bench was horrible. Like, it got to a point where they had to bring Josh Hart off the bench. It got so bad. But they needed some energy and some juice off the bench because, like, Tibbs was playing the starters too much. And he wasn't relying on that bench. And that's why they lost, in my opinion. So, Jordan Clarkson go in here, go give him some more scoring, some juice, some energy off the bench. You know, like when Jalen Brunson go out, like, you got somebody that can come in and, like, you know what I'm saying, and can, like, take over that load, pause. So shout out to the Knicks for getting this one. If I'm the Knicks, I'm actually happy about this shit. And don't trade Cat. Don't trade Cat. I know there was, like, talks about that shit. Cat can work on that defense. I ain't gonna lie, he can work on defense. I ain't gonna lie, like, he can really work on that shit. Cause I know he was finna get traded for KD, and I ain't gonna lie, I don't know. You feel me? But yeah, man. But shout out to Jordan Clarkson for finally getting back to a playoff team. I know in Utah when he was playing with Donovan Mitchell, it was a playoff team, but they was getting out the playoffs early, even though he was getting buckets. But yeah, man, this is a good pickup for the Knicks. Giving them some bench play. So shout out to the Knicks. Next, we got Dennis Schroeder going to the Sacramento Kings. I don't really give a fuck about this right here, but the Kings for sure needed a point guard. I don't know if Dennis Schroeder is the answer. I know Sabonis and DeRozan are trying to figure out what the fuck they gonna do for their future, because yeah, the Kings didn't make the play. The Kings didn't make the playoffs this year. Obviously, they traded D Fox, so they don't got no point guard. Go get Dennis Schroeder, who played good in the playoffs. Dennis Schroeder is actually a solid point guard. You know what I'm saying? He plays his role well. Everywhere he went, he's played his role well, except the Warriors. I thought Golden State, he kind of like didn't fit beside Curry, and that trade needed to happen. I ain't gonna lie, that trade, it needed to happen. I ain't gonna cap. But with the Pistons last year, he played well. You know what I'm saying? Off the bench for him, gave him a spark and shit. But him going to Sacramento, but Dennis Schroeder, bro, I ain't gonna lie, he's been all over the fucking league. This nigga been getting traded so many times and signed with so many different teams, bro. But he's good at his role, except for, you know, in Golden State. But him going to Sacramento, I mean, they still gonna be like ass in my opinion, because their roster isn't how it was before D Fox got traded. So will this keep Sabonis happy? I don't know. Will it keep DeRozan from being happy? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have to just like find out. I ain't gonna lie, we're gonna have to find out. But yeah, that's what it is. But there was some other moves made as well. That happened. I know the Celtics are blowing their shit up. I ain't gonna lie. I see one of their players go sign somewhere else. But free agency is kicking off. I think players got until 6 o'clock, and then after 6 o'clock is over with, there's no more moves being made after 6. So yeah, we're gonna see who else get moved. But yeah, man, that's about it, man. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the video. You know what I'm saying? Free agency is here. You know what I'm saying? And yeah. That's about it though. But hopefully y'all enjoy the video though. There will be more moves being made. There's more moves being made. There will be more moves being made throughout the association, throughout the league and shit. So we're gonna see what happens. But hopefully y'all enjoy the video. Y'all like, comment, subscribe. If you do, and I'm gone.